You know what I mean? If you know what I mean. So here's the point. Okay, check the date marks if you'd like to try to find out what I'm trying to say there. I'm not being like secretive. It just is what it is. The point is, I love Dante with that. The other point is, though, with the nose, is we're breathing. And we are. Watch my nose, okay? Look at my nose move. Okay, what I said is look at my nose move. Your nose can move left and right. Your nose is just skin. It's cartilage. It's also a bone. Only part of it, though. From like, you know, halfway down it, up, it's a bone. It's just part of the skull. But then the nose on the lower half, give or take, of it is cartilage. Same thing that our ears are made out of. Same thing that's between our bones to cushion them so they don't wear out. Just being a stick, connecting to a stick, essentially. Okay. We just have a thin layer of cartilage there, so the bones don't wear out, okay? They only track in line. Same with the muscles. They only pull directly in line to their endpoints called insertions. Well, yeah, tendons. They're called insertions. You can call them tendons, where the muscles connect to a tendon and then the tendon inserts to a bone is the point. There you go, okay? There's only one way the human body could ever work. It's always been the exact same. It always will be the exact same. Okay, but we just have to have context on why we're not functioning so well physically as human beings if we're not. You have to see past the nose, okay? We blow our nose. We maybe put glasses on our nostrils here, you know, well, between our eyes here at the top of the nose. We've just got skin surrounding our whole skull. We've got musculature all over our face, eyebrow muscles, cheek muscles, muscles on the top of the head, muscles on and around the ears. Well, when I say on the ears are mostly just cartilage. But yeah, I mean, I can wiggle my ears, you know, it's coming from musculature moving. I can move all the skin on the top of my head, my eyebrows, the corners of my mouth, okay? The importance of the corners of the mouth, it goes right along with the importance of small utensils. We don't want to be cutting into the corners of our mouth. Look at the nose. The nose gets pulled on through eating, through blowing the nose, through oversized clothing, pulling down on the shoulder. The shoulder is the jaw. If we move the jaw, we move the nose. No opinion here. Watch it happen. Do it on your own body. Watch it happen. No opinion here, okay? The nose has to be centered. That's why there's that video under the main site of In The Image Clothing Company, the importance of even nostrils. And that's why I'm giving the context. You can watch me, Evan Strong, the founder of In The Image Clothing Company, and see my body visually and physically transform. The thing is, you can visually watch it, but then you can also see the physicality of it, the ability to move that I have, the, quote, posture, unquote, that I have, right? The mobility in the ranges of motion in all of the parts of my body that I have it. It's not some kind of show-off thing. It's just to show the truth of what we're really doing here and why, and I have gone before any others who hear the information that I'm delivering, okay? Because I'm the one delivering this information is what I'm saying there. What I mean is what I'm saying, okay? And you can watch my face if you want under In The Image Clothing Company podcast. There's 204 episodes of that as of today's date, the 14th of February, 2026. There, like I said, are around 450 videos under the main site of In The Image Clothing Company here for the past little over 16 months of In The Image Clothing Company that you can watch me, Evan Strong, the one who's filmed every one of those videos. And you can see my face has transformed. Not just the rotations in my shoulders and my hips, not just the ability to drop into a low squat all the way down, you know, not just my posture change, okay? There's no such thing as posture, that's why I say it like that. The body has opposing bends to stay vertical on Earth's gravity. The ankles bend backward, the knees bend forward, the hips bend backward, the low back bends forward, the mid back bends backward, and then the upper back, which is really the neck, bends forward. There's a lot of rocks that have been kicked out onto the parking lot right there from this landscaping. I didn't notice that until right now. You know, mathematics, physics, and mechanics are things we discuss under In The Image Clothing Company because you can measure it. Measuring Truth is an episode of In The Image Clothing Company podcast. It's episode number 200. The truth is there's only one way the human body could ever mechanically, possibly, physically operate. There's a vertical pull of gravity, and a horizontal surface to the earth. That's a 90-degree perpendicular angle, and then there's a center line to our bodies with two sides to it, okay? And just all the things we discussed, that's absolutely undisputed. The human body was designed by God to work. There'd be no reason it wouldn't unless there was a reason it couldn't. That couldn't could be anything, but if we physically place something onto it to clothe it with that isn't meshing with the only way the human body works, the human body can't possibly physically, naturally work around that. And so it tries to compensate, and problems happen, you know, that we have to address. Reshaping bones is actually a video under the main site of In The Image Clothing Company here, and we can reshape bones only back to their only inline tracking position. I said a similar thing earlier in this video, but just to be clear, only because they need to track in line, and wearing something like oversized clothing causes things to not track in line, and then we get pulling on bones and bone spurs build up, but there's still only one neutral, only one way the human body could ever work. It's mathematics. It's not my choices, okay? As prideful as I could sound when I speak so harsh, it's not my choice to begin with. So it doesn't really matter who's delivering the information. It's God's truth. It's not my choice, okay? There is only one way the human body could ever work. No sales pitch, no opinion, no claim. A lot of very, very thorough explanation on the truth of it, though, is what we already have as of today's date. Okay, 14th of February, 2026. And so here's just some more, because that's what we're here to do, is change the lives of human beings, because we are all the same. And we have to see past the nose. Okay, but if we have oversized